Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here, and oh boy do I have a cheap and great deck for you. This deck is pure genius. It wasn't built by me, sadly. I actually picked this up from a random Reddit post, and that post didn't even have that many upvotes. I tried to find it again, but I couldn't, so I just couldn't even re-find the post. But the post didn't have much. It had this deck list, a picture of the deck list, a bit of description that hey, this is a great deck. Just dump your hand and draw lots of cards and kill people with momentum, and that's exactly what this deck does. And this is the first deck that I have seen where Weight of the World is actually good. Actually a good card. It's remarkable, really. I had a 100% win rate when I took this on the ladder. I just won every single game. Obviously you will not win every single game always. This deck really resembles Weapon Rogue, so you're hitting them in the face for big hits. But obvious taunts are potentially a problem, solid alibis are potentially a problem. There's ways to counter big hits to the face with hero attacks. But this is just so hilarious. Because what this deck does, this deck attempts to dump entire hand as soon as possible and then redraw. So the whole point of the deck, everything is really cheap. You want to dump that hand. And then Demon Hunter has reached a critical mass of good drawing cards. Magnifying Glaive, 3 cards per hit. Weight of the World, you forge it always, and then draw cards until you have as many in hand as your opponent and then +2 on top. Then the Sightless Magistrate, draw 5 cards, and Grixis the Voracious. Discards your hand, death roll, draw 3 cards. Grixis probably is not even necessary. I mean, it is the only legendary card in this deck. Ignis is free, and you can totally replace that Grixis with something else, so wow. And that's really a critical mass of card draw tools, because with all of these card draw tools, by the time you want a card draw tool, by turn 4, you have 89% chance to pick up one of these, even when you're on to play. By turn 6, you have 96% chance to pick up one of these. If you cut Crisis, then you have 83% chance to pick up one of these by turn 4. So you will pick up your card draw tools most of the time. It's only 6 to 8% of the games that are going to be auto losses because you just can't find the card draw. You just end up drawing like Snowfield or Penguin after Penguin or something like that. But the vast majority of time, I really couldn't believe it myself at first, though that's why I did the math. It's truly remarkable. And as for the mulligans with this deck, you mulligan for your 1-drops, because you want to start playing cards immediately. Deconstructor, Frequency Oscillator, Fierce Outsider, Vicious Little Spear. You can play a lot of cards sometimes, because sometimes you can play Oscillator into Drone Deconstructor or something you build up board on turn 1. You don't mulligan for your 0-cost cards. The 0-cost cards are there so that you will be able to dump your hand every time quite reliably. Actually, I think there might be something that you could still do to improve this list, because the Ancient Totem is a little bit lackluster, I would say. It's a 0-3, and then the only way you have to give it attack is through Fel and Flames. So yeah, it doesn't do much, but maybe it's still needed in order to be able to reliably play all of your cards. Or maybe you could have some 1-drop that would replace it. You would want to keep it really cheap anyway. Same with if you need to replace the Crix. If you don't have that legendary card, then something really cheap, 1-drop preferably. And I mean, this deck, it's hilarious how it works, and it works because there's enough big draw in Demon Hunter that you can just have that. You don't have any of that small draw. You don't want any of that small draw in this deck. You don't want any Spectral Sights or those Crimson Runners or anything like that. You don't want cards that just draw you another card. No, you want to dump your hand, draw big, and then go face, get those cheap momentums. You're going to have Ignis potentially available. Ignis can give you a Wind Fury weapon, and that with momentum, I mean, in Wind Fury it's just 43% chance, but sometimes you have to take chances when you play decks like this, and it's all so amazing. And this is what it all looks like in action. 10,000 years, you know. 10,000 years. That's many years. Okay, that's intriguing. We'll play some stuff on the board. Get poisonous. Alright. And then we try to smack the Warlock in the face. Everything in the internet is true. Absolutely. Don't have a defile. They had a defile. How is this even possible? I do not understand. Well, now that magnet is kind of useless. So we'll just jam more stuff on this board. And now we have no cards in hand. But Reddit told me this deck could win games. Reddit absolutely told me this would be fine. It was written in Reddit, so I believe we are going to win some games. Hi, Alexiger. Well, this list is from Reddit. Because there was a Reddit post that said that this is a good deck. I guess we're going to discard that. We're also going to discard that. But it's fine. That's how it goes sometimes. Crixis. Win the game. I cannot believe this deck doesn't win a game. Seems completely unfathomable to me. Because Reddit said this would win. Yeah, Weight of the World does suck. I think it really needs some kind of buff. I thought maybe like 1 mana 1 draw 1 would do, but maybe it's too good at that point. So I have not been able to really figure out what would be the proper design for that. Just magnetize on that. And we smack this Warlock in the dome. More smacking to the face. Some guy ran that list and managed to defeat Clark. Yeah, but this is a different deck. This is not the same. I'll discard this one, right? 7 plus 3 is just 10 damage. That's not enough. I will need to use the glaive. I actually need to discard the momentum. We're going to buff that one a little. I'm going to discard the momentum for now. Smack them in the face. To draw some more cards. Something like this. How much can the Warlock heal? Are you till... What is this life even? What is this life? Yeah, it was a different deck. It was quite different actually, because that deck was running Halveria. And it was running the spell that summons rush minions. So that deck, the deck that you saw on Clark's stream, that was like an aggro outcast hybrid deck. It had some aggro elements. It had like Bibliomites and Weight of the World, but it also had a significant outcast package with Halveria and rush stuff. So it was a hybrid list. Whereas this is just pure aggro Demon Hunter. But we can make a video of this deck and say like Meta Breaker from Reddit. And then we're like, yeah. And then on the thumbnail I'm like, or then I'm like, wah. And that's it. That's the tweet. But sadly this is not my own design. Now I kind of want to coin the Glaive, but I also want to coin the Crixis. That makes life difficult. Now we'll just go with the glaives for starters. Glaives are just here for face smacking. But this is a deck from Reddit. So no, they got the keyboard. I think we'll go with this line here. Okay. Do they have a cold case? They do have a cold case. That is the best roll. The keyboard cold case. We need to continue with our current approach, which is to smack them in the face as much as we can. But will I have the damage? I could draw some cards next turn with Slither Spear Magistrate. Yeah, face is the place. Now I'm losing the entire board though, so it's gonna get tough. Weight of the World is going to draw me 2 copies of momentum, right? And then I win the game. Isn't that how this works? Because it will draw me 7 cards. Alright, Weight of the World. Double momentum, please. Not a single momentum. What is wrong with you? Not a single momentum. I'm now immensely disappointed. My double momentum plan to win the game failed. I cannot believe this could happen. We'll try again next turn. We can play these mechs for 1 mana. We will have a Sparkbot in hand though. And then we can Weight of the World again. Okay, they have Solid Alibi, so we're not trying next turn. We need to wait a turn. Nah, I tried. I can craft a custom weapon, right? Something like that. Next turn is going to be Weight of the World again. So first we play this. We play this. And we'll play this. Divine Shield sounds okay. One cost weapon. Wind Fury. And deal damage. I mean, that's literally going to be lethal next turn. Unless they have another Solid Alibi. So they need to either kill me now or have another Solid Alibi. Because this weapon alone represents 8 damage. Well, they could have armor cards, of course. They could have another cold case. That was nasty. Okay, no lethal next turn then. Because I can't get through the taunts. Unless this gives me an answer. Do you kill 2 taunts, card? The card does not kill 2 taunts. Card will kill one taunt then. It's best to survive. Play a minion on the board and forge this. Okay, they need 26 from hand for 7 mana. 26 from hand. It's possible. A randomly discovered Solid Alibi. That was actually really sweet. That was really, really sweet. Hi, Wombat Ringo. Yeah, I'm fine. I don't want to discard my hand.
I am not blind to your crimes.
There's one momentum. A bit of healing. I can make them need 29 from hand. Okay. 2 Solid Alibis played so far. They need 29 from hand. That could be... well, that can be anything. It's a random card. Could be counter spell. Could be an ice barrier. Let's see. This into counter spell. Not a counter spell, I see. Then we draw. Momentum. Do a momentum. And we dispose of some more evidence. And we win. Whenever I see a Reddit post with no evidence, I'm always like, hey, this has got to be the best thing ever. 0 doubts. I might even ditch the dispose of evidence here. Right, now we have a Bibliomite on the board. How do you kill the Bibliomite? You just use the Flame Geyser. Oh no, they will discover a random card. Also, they can get this like down to 3 health when it's more manageable. I actually think at this point I am trying to protect the Bibliomite. Smack them in the face with that. I'm obviously completely out of cards, so I want a Magistrate, Crixus, Weight of the World. And the totem is there just so that you can ditch your hand. Also, there is True Felon Flames. You can dump your entire hand so that you will be able to draw more cards. Security is fine, right? I'll take some chances here. I want this damage to go to the dome. And I can use these to trade. Both of those hit my Bibliomite. 1 out of 5 chance. Well, it happens. Well, we'll see. Yeah, people are using Neophyte in some decks, and they're also using the Speaker Stomper in some decks, which previously only saw play in Wild. Should have swung first, maybe. Or maybe not. 7. So I have 11 damage.
They will never catch me.
Now I have more damage. Boom. Warrior. Well, that could be a problem, right? I don't think we have enough damage. Honestly. I don't believe we have enough damage. You have enough. No way. No way.
My blood boils for war. Hiding now.
We barely have the damage usually. And against the warrior, there's just no way. Just look at their health total. It's going up instead of going down. We can draw 3. It's fine. Their health total still keeps going up instead of down. These aren't that great right now. Canarca 2 doesn't leave me enough mana to play the Bibliomite. So that'll be a little later then. We do the Slither Spear. And we'll do a Bibliomite that will shuffle back one of the weights of the world. This heads towards the dome. Something like this.
Who here can spell Zinajari?
Zinajari? Anybody? If somebody can spell Zinajari, then we could be in trouble. We'll find out soon. Oh, that will allow them to kill a minion. Well, we're jamming. I'll give this one Reborn now. Play the Glaive Smith. I can forge this now. Next turn. Smack them in the dome. Next turn this will throw away the card that I draw, and then I will play this Forged. Okay. Well, Ignis is all set up because we have Forged a card. It's there to dump your hand. We'll ditch this. Then we'll draw a bunch of cards. Can't really play Ignis out there, but you can play some penguins. You can play a deconstructor. Magnetize on this one. Can hero power. I could buff up this one a couple of times, right? It's been standing there for a while. But then it also gets to go face. And we hit face with everything we've got. Like this. Okay. Ah, the Decimator. That's pretty nice. Killed almost everything there. We want to make a 10-cost weapon a little later. Even a 5-cost weapon right now wouldn't make sense because it's no tempo. If I draw the momentums, I still don't win with the momentums yet.
I am not blind to your crimes.
Time grows short.
Maybe this. Maybe I needed to look for the 1-mana Wind Fury weapon. Actually, I think I may have needed to look for that one. I don't have enough mana to do things yet. There's 15. I needed to look for the 1-mana Wind Fury weapon last turn, I think. But now I would need a 5-mana weapon. With the Battle Cry. I need to forge this so that it's ready for next turn. Need to play this and hero power phase. The 1-mana Wind Fury weapon, saving the momentum for the weapon, I think would have been the answer. We might be too slow now. There's definitely a risk that I'm too slow here. I need to save the other momentum and go for that 43% roll for the Wind Fury. That was important. That was important. Now without the momentum, I don't have it. Right? So they're at 19. Actually, we'll have it, right? We'll draw them all. Take some fatigue. Then it's the axe. And then it's the momentum. And then it's the dispose. And then we win. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.